It's still better than when stress is up. Okay, good morning. How's everybody this morning? Excellent. It's a really nice day. Let's take advantage of it. So this week's code of conduct is to work in an environmental conscientious manner. So it's a kind of important topic. Double check the silt fence, if we need any silt bags or catch basins, things like that. Definitely try not to drag any mud onto our roadways. So all that stuff. It's a good refresher.
Have a spill kit.
Spill kits, thanks Ken. Yeah, that's always an important one. Grab a spill kit if you need one. We got plenty of them downstairs in the toolkit. So safety news, another 7 days without a reportable. Excellent job this week. A lot of hazards out there. I've been really trying to get out to a lot of the job sites. You guys are doing an excellent job, with the PPE, with identifying the major hazards. And one of the major hazards is we're going to talk about today, and it kind of also transpires from what happened a couple weeks ago in St. Albans. So I just kind of want to really stress about those struck by hazards. We have very dangerous, heavy equipment, and what we do every single day, it easily could be a fatality, and we saw that a couple weeks ago. About 75% of struck by fatalities involve heavy equipment. We have a lot of heavy equipment here. There's a lot of potential. So inattention to surroundings and being distracted can lead to injury, as does faulty equipment, lack of training, improper behaviors, lack of workplace assessments, and housekeeping. So that's really the core. If we can really focus on our housekeeping, do our daily assessments, always being alert and really looking for any potentials and identifying those and controlling those. Having training. This is why we do this every single Friday morning, is to try to share some little safety training to you guys each week. Faulty equipment, reporting any damages to Larry, Chico, Pat, those guys, so we can keep everything working the way they should be. And same thing with the tool crib downstairs, with all of our small, rigging and those small types of cool hand tools, things like that. That's all part of our program. So, with those, that being kind of our core foundation, hopefully we can always avoid that big one. So talking more to prevention is paying attention is vital important for those operating machinery as well as working on the ground. Always being in good communication, eye contact with your operator and the people on the ground. If you don't like where the individual is working or standing, or if you're picking anything, or if you see a potential, stop and let's get that individual out of the way. Inspections is very, very important. So can maintain those inspections, doesn't matter what. Oh, it just said, yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Inspection is very, very important. So maintain those inspections, keep that communication so we can always make sure our equipment is working in good condition. Again, operating equipment, we need to be trained before you jump into a piece of equipment. We kind of rely on the foremen to make that determination on who's running equipment, and for the most part we have we designate titles for those operators out there in the field. But again, if you don't feel comfortable with something that you're doing, please stop. Make sure all safety devices on your equipment is in good working order before use, and making good eye contact with the operator when approaching, and then securing all loads and lifting evenly to prevent anything from slipping. Those are just some good little safety tips. Could prevent yourself from being struck by, especially some large objects. So together we can dramatically reduce the potential of struck by hazards if we take a proactive approach to safety in one another. We conduct our safety assessments, our JHAs, our verbal communication, just working together, and then we can address potential issues and assist in corrective actions. It's all kind of closing that loop. And if someone brings something up and it's an issue concern, let's work together to resolve it together. And if there's a good safety suggestion out there to make a task more safe, hopefully we get that buy-in that, hey, let's do it that way next time. And again, the safety department, we're here to help. Any questions or concern, please, call me. I'll come right out to the site and we'll try to get those addressed as necessary. So I thought it was kind of a good little follow-up of that action that happened in St. Albans. These are some of the things that could be casual factors of why it happened, and hopefully we can kind of learn from that, and hopefully that doesn't happen here at Engineers Construction.
What exactly happened in St. Albans?
Well, I can talk to you that offline. If you're curious, I can talk to you offline.
You were talking about it.
Yeah, understand. Joe, you just got a quick thing on foundation.
Yep, just a quick update or note. We got a lot of people working right now. We got a lot of people doing a lot of different things throughout the week. Some guys are working with 2 or 3 different crews in a day or across the week. We want to make sure everybody gets a time card in, everyone gets a paycheck every week. So we've had a few instances where people either got missed entirely, like maybe a new employee got missed entirely on our foreman's time cards. Or we've had instances where we've got people just missing a day here or there, and then we got to make sure, we got to track you down and make sure, did you work or did you take a day off? So we want to just make sure everyone is keeping track of everybody. Communication is really the good thing. So keep it up. We're 99% there, so we're talking about a little fraction of a opportunity, but we don't want that. We don't want somebody's paycheck to get screwed up because of it either. So make sure if you're, if you're on somebody's crew, make sure you're communicating with the foreman or whoever's keeping track of the time cards and putting them into the system to make sure they got you captured. Or if somebody else is capturing your time, make sure you let them know accordingly. So any questions on what I'm talking about, or anyone having any issues? Perfect. So yeah, keep it up. We're doing good, and just let us know if you have any questions.
Thanks, Joey. Looks like that's part of the second announcement here. So I'll start with the first one. Welcome back to Nate. Is Nate here?
Here.
He's where? Oh, okay. So Nate is a project engineer. Rejoined us here last week or this week. And let's see. So the time card announcement. And then for projects, we're profiling the Hines Senior Living Community. That's off from Dorset Street in South Burlington. The client is Summit Properties, and it's the Pine Senior Living, Aspen Drive, so right off Dorset. Scope work is cold plain areas, install new catch basin, curb, sidewalk, remove deteriorated trench drain, sweep, clean, brine, transition joints, and pave, shim, overlay, entire complex, line striping, approximately 750 ton. And phase to coordinate with the cars, pedestrians, and residents, and also the caregivers that go there. Senior housing. And so it was fairly complicated. It went very well, at least as far as that coordination part. Here they are laying down a nice looking mat. It's a fairly new facility, isn't it?
It's been there quite a while.
Has it? Yeah. It looks nice. It's well kept.
Oh, the pavement that was there was just 25 years old.
Oh, wow. Well, the place seems well kept.
It is.
So,
when I was there was a guy out with a big dust brush on the outside dusting all the cobwebs.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, they take care of it, I guess.
Looks nice.
Can't roll. There we go. We're rolling again. Much the parking lot in the back. So there we go.
Yeah.
And the photo from the archives. This is in the Burlington Tunnel. I think that's Joe Severy's nose we're looking at there. We are placing some concrete in the invert of the tunnel. So, all right. Most people probably didn't realize there was a tunnel in Burlington, but there is. It's under North Avenue. Okay, have a good day out there.
10 hours.